Selamat petang semua. Firstly, thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to speak. My name is Akira from Hokkaido University, Japan. And today I'm feeling truly humbled, honored. At the same time, I'm really excited to be here. So today I'd like to mainly talk about personal hygiene and the construction of self-esteem in waste handling in Indonesia. So today's topic can be divided into 4 sections, starting with background. So in the first place, allow me to remind you that sanitation generally refers to safe management of human excreta. At the same time, it contains solid and animal waste, which simultaneously indicates the social significance of those who engage in garbage collection, segregation, and recycling. However, in developing countries with unsophisticated and poor sanitation infrastructure, where solid waste management is largely dependent on informal recycling sectors, manual waste handling has been a huge issue, coupled with no protection gear. And this situation would lead to daily risk for multiple health risks, for example, cutting wounds, respiratory and infectious diseases. Also, the workers' accustomedness at work may also boost physical risk. On the other hand, because of their job that requires daily physical contact with waste, these workers have been facing social stigma, which may ultimately lead to further erosion of mental well-being. So allow me to take a moment to give you a little bit explanation about what dirty work is. So dirty work is a socially constructed concept. In this sense, taint refers to some unpleasant qualities or aspects attached to the work. And dirty work is considered to contain 3 taints, physical, social, and moral taints. And garbage work is considered to contain physical, social, and moral taints. So in the face of the challenge of constructing positive self-esteem, the workers have been argued to employ a variety of coping strategies to diminish, counter, and confront the social stigma attached to the job. For example, reframing, recalibrating, and refocusing. Among all these occupational ideologies, the framing process can actually transform the meaning attached to the stigmatized work. And other than that, we have a social weighting that places a focus on the relationship with outsiders. And if these strategies are not employed, the workers have been argued to accept their status quo and the attitudes from the society. So based on earlier discussion, I have set the objectives that were to examine personal hygiene and behaviors and construction of self-esteem among garbage workers in a dump site or work environment to gain a better understanding of these people. So my study was conducted in Bandung, West Java province, Indonesia. As you can see in the background, there are so many beautiful buildings inspired by Dutch and Indonesian architects. And we targeted 7 garbage workers from an urban slum. And I have employed semi-structured interview to examine sanitation issues, self-consciousness, and personal perceptions towards the job. At the same time, I personally participated in the garbage segregation to see how workers cope with sanitation issues and whether they put on the safety gear or not. So what I found from my findings, let's start with daily waste issues. And the most annoying issue was found to be wetness, followed by odor, dirtiness. And secondly, most hazardous waste was turned out to be medical syringes, followed by broken glasses and scores. Thirdly, most disgusting waste to touch was found to be animal corpse, followed by menstrual products. And allow me to remind you that all these waste have come to the dump site in unsegregated ways, as you can see here. And I've also examined the disturbance level of these daily waste issues in the past and the present. So in the past, the workers they did care these issues. However, in the present, all these issues were seemingly gone. So in face of the unhygienic work environment, the workers, they seemingly care about their safety as well as the health risk exposure. You can see in these tables. However, in reality, some workers have been seen eating food bare hands without hand washing, and no safety gear were found. They mentioned that we can avoid the risk by consciously handling waste. For the reason of not wearing safety gear is because they feel no physical discomfort coupled with work inefficiency. However, these realities may lead to increased exposure to physical health risk, which should be concerned. Okay, so from the interviews, the workers have employed a variety of coping strategies. For example, reframing process in stressing the social significance of the job, and refocusing and the social comparisons in terms of their self-reliance and financial stability to afford their family. And furthermore, some workers have reported no appreciation from others, and they compare themselves with others, mentioning the freedom at work, no need to take orders from superiors. And besides these strategies, and some workers chose to accept and internalize their current situation, which represents denials of self-esteem and the downward comparisons. And however, preparedness of physical dirt and injury can be also seen as masculinity. So before I end my presentation, I'd like to finish these two key points. For conclusions, inappropriate personal hygiene in waste handling may lead to daily exposure to physical health risk, while the employment of positive social stigma coping strategies may boost maintenance, construction of self-esteem, and ultimately a better mental state. And for future studies, we can easily imagine that there will be an increase in unsegregated waste, for example, biomedical and household waste, and along with the social stigmatization faced by the frontliners and the infected people. And in Indonesia, historical responses to the virus have been reported. And we assume these negative responses will also be directed at the garbage workers who must deal with the waste on a daily basis. And given these situations, there will be an urgent need for stress and quality of life examinations to obtain a comprehensive understanding of these people, especially in this COVID-19 era. And thank you very much for your attention.